Good morning, everybody. Today's Tuesday. Hope you'll join us tonight for Parsha Unpacked. So let's talk a little bit about the month of Tammuz, which is the month that we're in right now. So unfortunately, this month is defined by a negative day. And that day is the 17th of Tammuz, which is coming up in about a week and a half. So it's important to understand, as we've spoken about in the past, just in general, how time works from a Jewish point of view. So I've mentioned before that time is a spiral and that we cross throughout the year certain dates, certain moments on the Jewish calendar where events transpired that were so critical, so important, and so fundamental in the formation of the Jewish people that they sort of create in and burn into the hard drive of time certain realities, certain spiritual energies. And that's true in a positive way. So like we spoke about with Sukkot being the time of our joy, and Passover being the time of our freedom. And when you come back to those holidays throughout the year, you have an opportunity to reconnect or tap back into those powers. And unfortunately, it's true in a negative way as well. See, 17th of Tammuz is a perfect example. What happened on the 17th of Tammuz? So we're going to talk about that in the next several days. But the original event, the event that transpired, that took place, that sort of designated this day of the 17th of Tammuz to be a day of mourning, to be a day of national tragedy and calamity throughout the ages, was the fact that on that day, that was the day that Moses, our leader in the desert, who had spent 40 days on top of Mount Sinai, after the Torah had been given on the 6th day of Sivan, Moshe spent 40 days on the top of Mount Sinai, learning the details of the Torah, preparing to come down with the 2 stone tablets that he was going to give over to the Jewish people and begin teaching them the details of the oral Torah. When he came down and he got down to the encampment, he quickly realized and understood that a tragedy had taken place, and the Jewish people who became impatient, which is a midah, a quality, an attribute that was one of our biggest Achilles' heels then, and remains one of our biggest downfalls, is our impatience and our impetuance. Our impetuance is the Moshe comes down, and he realizes that they have built a golden calf, and they're dancing around the golden calf, and they've attempted to replace Moshe, their leader, with this golden calf. And at that point, Moshe takes these 2 tablets, the stone tablets that were given to him by God, carved by God with the 10 commandments on them, and he takes them and he throws them on the ground and he smashes them. That took place on the 17th of Tammuz. And at that moment, the 17th of Tammuz became a day of national tragedy. Everything else that happened on that day, which we're going to discuss over the next few days, the other events, the other terrible events, the other historical calamities that happened on that day, only happened because of that original event that occurred, which created this day to be a day of national sorrow. We'll discuss the other events and what else took place, and then we'll discuss how the day is observed as we continue. Have a great day, everybody.